Hi there. I have got my Christmas Little Golden Book junk journal collection to share with you this morning. Um, I have 10 junk journals going up in my Etsy shop at 12 noon today, which is Black Friday. And really quickly this morning, I wanted to share a couple of the journals and the kits that are going to come with each journal so you can get a good idea of everything that's included. As I said, I have 10 journals going in my shop, and 5 of them are in a traditional red-green sort of colorway, and 5 of them are a pink aqua colorway. And I'm going to share with you one journal from each of those collections and their kits. I haven't shown any of my kits yet on Instagram, so I wanted to make sure there was a place where you could see what is included in the kits. So really quickly, I will share with you the contents. There is a mix of vintage and new paper crafting supplies that you can use to decorate your kits. I normally decorate my junk journals, but in order to be able to make more journals this year, I decided to keep the insides very plain and then just include a kit. This is my first time trying this, so I'm interested to hear the feedback on the kit, the contents, and the amount. So yeah, let me just show you real quick what is going to be in the kits. So you're going to get a variety, like I said, of vintage, ephemera. We've got a little coaster and a playing card. Every kit pretty much has the same items. Some of the things that are one of a kind, like the playing cards, they're different versions of the same kind of thing. But the labels, these are all the same in all of the kits. And right now I'm showing you the red and green kit. The pink one will be a little bit different, but yeah. So you got a library card and a pocket, playing card, label, bingo card. Every kit has a coaster. And then in this bag, every kit, including the pink ones, will have this little tally card, a offering envelope. I love these. These make great little flip open spots. You can tape the flap down, and this hooks to the edge of a page and opens as a little pocket, or however you want to use them. I'm going to try to be really quick with these videos, and I'm filming straight through. I'm not doing any editing, so forgive me if I make mistakes. I'm still new at video. Every kit comes with an authentic vintage card. I believe all of them are signed. There might be a couple that aren't, but they're all in really good condition. So each kit has that and a song sheet. That's like a mini-sized hymn sheet. And then there's journaling pieces for your kit too. So we've got some tags. I love this one, this time card, because it's red on the back. So you've got the Christmas colors, and let's see, different sizes. So you can add these right to your pages and put some journaling on top, or you can tuck these in envelopes. This one's really fun. This is my favorite journaling paper. It accordions out and it's printed on both sides. Here's a nice one with red trim and a flash card. Every kit will have a flash card in it as well. Let's see. More vintage ephemera. There's tags and tickets you can use as tabs on your pages, or just little bits to add to your page. Every kit has a jukebox tag that's got Christmas music on it, which I love. And the red and green kits have a milk cap in them. So the kits are very, very similar between the two colorways, but there's a couple elements that are a little different just because they didn't go with maybe one of the colors. Every kit will have vintage gift tags, like authentic vintage gift tags. And Christmas seals. These are my favorite. I believe I put 12 of these little seals in each bag. And these are so adorable. You know, each kit is going to have similar seals and gift tags, but some are different. I didn't have repeats of every single piece of vintage. So they will vary slightly, but be very similar. And then I have a bag of some die cuts for you. These are all new. Some words and die cuts from Pretty Little Studio, and then just some that I've cut out, the snowman and the little girl I've cut out from images that I have, and that little Tim Holtz paper doll. And then I'll share with these with you next. Every kit is going to have numbers 1 through 25 that I cut from a cutaway sheet. So both the red and green kits and the pink kit will both have numbers 1 through 25. So you can use your journal as a December daily, or just to mark maybe, you know, special days, or however you would like to use them. You could use them in a different project. And then there's a bag of confetti and sequins and some punched greenery. This will be in all of the kits too. And then we've got a bingo card and a journaling card, which I'm going to leave in the bag. And then there's a set of 14 little mini flashcards that all have different Christmas sentiments on them. And then in this bag, you are going to get a bag full of vintage images. I got all this out. Yes. These 3 right here are from an Etsy shop called Molly's Mantle. Liz is a good friend of mine, and it's her shop, and she has some really adorable Christmas and other images and vintage printables that you can use in your crafts and in your journals. They're perfect for junk journals. These make really great tuck spots. I love using this one right along the edge of a page. I just do adhesive on this side and the bottom, and it makes a great little tuck spot in the corner of your page. But they can be used however you like. And every kit is going to have the same images. These red and green kits have these images here, and I have a variety of sizes and shapes. So you can use them, like I said, as a tuck spot. It can just be decoration on your page. You can create like a band along the center of your page and slip maybe a photo or journaling underneath. You can use them as little like flip outs if you just attach the side edge to the edge of a page. And that's kind of the thought with these 3 right here. I left a border on these 3, so you could crease the edge here and attach just adhesive to this, you know, backside edge, and with the crease it'll flip open like a little door, and then you can journal on the back of it or put something underneath of it, a photo or what have you, and then you can cover this with washi, and that looks really cute, and it just makes like an interactive element on your page. And there's a few of those here that you can use just like that, or you can trim the white edge off if you don't like that. So those images. These were just some cut aparts. I love these vintage packaging pictures. So that is the kit for the red and green journal. And let me scoot everything to the side here. And I want to show you the journal very quickly here. Let's make some room. So today, this is one I have not shown on my Instagram, but I've got jingle bells for you. And because I haven't talked about the charm dangle, I thought I would take a minute to do that before I show you the inside. So every kit has a yarn bow and ribbon charm dangle on it. And there are about 30 charms on each charm dangle. And let's see how I can show it to you. It's just a variety of charms. They're like little mini ornaments mostly. There's a set of bells, 2 bell dangles on every charm dangle, plus there's little candies and mini cookie cutters, mini ornaments, and there's some charms, like these little enamel charms, and every single journal is unique. The charms vary. Some of them repeat among the journals, but some of them are different, just the combination that I put together for them. And there's a little vial with some fake snow inside of it too. And they all have these vintage yarn bows. The red and white yarn is not vintage. That's new, but I thought it went great with these journals. But the rest of the yarn is vintage. And then there's also some ribbons hanging off the edge. All of the journals in the red and green colorway have this vintage wrapping paper on the spine and some trim on the front side and then also on the back side, and fabric covering the back of the journal. And all of the journals also come with 4 little fabric clips, just for some fun there. And the side edge, they all have pom-pom trim and some fabric tabs and a word tab that I made with my vintage label maker that has the cursive font that I love. So I add one of those to every journal too. So inside, you'll see vintage wrapping paper on the inside front and back covers with rickrack trim, and scrapbook paper is covering the inside of the spine. And they're very similar inside. I just used a couple different Christmas paper collections that I had, but they're all in different orders. And of course, all the vintage pages inside are different because they're one of a kind and they come from vintage books. So those are all different. So this is Jingle Bells. This paper here is October Afternoon. This is the end of my stash for the most part. This Santa's List paper I think is pretty popular. This is Cartabella. So this is, I think, still available. It is last year's collection, but I did see some available like at scrapbook.com this year. So yeah, let me just flip through it real quick and let you see the inside of this one. I love this ledger paper. It's really thick. Sucker for thick paper. This is a printable from Little Bindi on Etsy. It's Johanna Kloff's shop on Etsy, and she has gorgeous linen printables. So I have some of the Christmas hankies in every one of my journals. Thanks, Johanna. Frosty, there's doilies, vintage paper, vintage cookbook pages. This is from a large Christmas book that I love. This is from Jingle Bells. So every book has pages, like a couple, 2-3 pages from the book that the cover is of inside, among other vintage children's Christmas books too. But I made sure to include pages from the book that I'm using. So this is Jingle Bells. So there's a few of those guys in there. And like I said, the pages are undecorated. So you can add tuck spots and pockets however you would like. And here's another vintage hanky. And I left this one undone, but I thought this would make a great pocket if you just do adhesive across the bottom. This would make a really cute pocket. And I was going to do that, but I thought I would just leave that open and up to the owner of the journal. I love this book. This is a book called Waiting for Christmas. Really, really sweet images. Every journal also has a blank calendar, so you could jot down important events you're doing in the month of December, or just maybe some memories that you want to record after the fact. So every book has one of those. This is all vintage fabric for the tabs. This little piece, when they're really small edges of the paper, left from where I folded it. I like to make these into pockets, so you could tack down the edges and then you'll have like a little side entry pocket there. And again, you can tack this down or just leave it as is. Every book has a vintage sewing pattern envelope in it. Another linen printable. There's some doilies in each book. Most of the books have a pocket made out of this Christmas song lyrics sheet. And it just opens like that. I put some washi here these sewing pattern envelopes are very fragile, so I often have to do some kind of TLC on them just to shore them up a little bit. Night Before Christmas book. There are 150 plus pages counting front and back in every journal. A couple of them had a few more pages than 150, but they all have at least 150 pages front and back. And as I said, you get the journal and the tassel and the page clips and the kits, and the price is $150 plus shipping, and they will be listed in my Etsy shop today, Black Friday at 12 noon. Now let me show you the pink colorway. So this is the Night Before Christmas. I have two Night Before Christmas covers, but each one's different. They're from a different year, and all of them have this atomic starburst wrapping paper on the spine and trim on the edge there and on the back, and it's covered in fabric here. And the charm dangle on this one, I used the pink and white yarn and that same red and white candy cane yarn, I like to call it. It's like candy cane. And this one also has bells, but they're just in the pastel colors, pink, blue, and white. And there's lots of little like sugar plum candies on this one because I thought that went really well with that pink Christmas kind of theme. These candies are so cute. They came from Hobby Lobby in their little mini ornament section. And they look like little sugared candies because they have glitter on them. And there's some little lollipops and cookie cutters and gumdrops and just other ornaments. And there's the little vial of snow there. And just as the other one, this one comes with some page clips in the top and fabric tabs along the edges of some of the pages. And this one also has a the vintage label maker tab, sorry. Okay, so the inside, of course, has the vintage wrapping paper on the inside front and back covers. And on the pink journals, I had a couple different wrapping papers I had to use because I didn't have enough of all of this one and the other pattern. But if you've seen my Instagram videos, you've seen the other pattern wrapping paper there that I've used on some of them. So I'm going to share with you the inside of this journal, and then I'll show you the pink kit that will come with the pink colorway journals. So very similar as far as they all have the sewing pattern envelope and the cookbook pages, which are all like holiday recipes, cookie recipes mostly. I tried to include in there. All the books that I used, all the children's book pages, they're all from Little Golden Books. And there's one page in each book that comes from a reader, a children's reader from the 50s. I'll show you that one when we get to it. There's more of that great paper. I made pockets out of a lot of this paper. Not all of them. The books all vary. I just kind of decided when I got to a page what I was going to do with it. But for the most part, it's the pages are just kind of straight up in there and ready for you to do whatever you would like with it. The pink journals feature a lot of angels. I love this paper. I made a pocket from this page, but I love this glitter paper. This is from, the papers in this book are from My Mind's Eye, Sugar Plum collection, and Crepe Paper, Fa La La. And both of those are last year's collections, but I believe there are still some available out there this year from those collections. This is one of the pages from the reader. There was a lot of like winter scenes from that particular children's reader, so I wanted to include those in here. And ledger pagers, so you can do lots of writing. This is from that beautiful big Christmas book. I forget what it is called. So there's some vintage paper inside, but then you can add the journaling paper from the kit. Again, you can make this into a little pocket if you tack down the edges. Another doily. There was pink doilies and red doilies, so I was able to add those to both of my journal colorways, which I was really happy about. And every journal also has a page from a Christmas Carol book that has these gorgeous illustrations. I love these. Oh, and this one, I made a pocket, so I did tack down the doily on this layout because I just thought it would be really cute. And there's the calendar for this colorway. So each one is a little bit different the way it's laid out, but they have similar ledger papers and scrapbook papers. And that is The Night Before Christmas. Sorry about the camera there. Okay, so the pink colorway book is very, very similar to the one I just shared with you, except it's going to have some differences in the colors mainly. So you've got your white confetti and sequins. This is the same, just the tickets, and but there's more pink in here. And the jukebox tag. Seals are very similar to the other one. I think some of them are exactly the same, but there's 12 little seals for you in here. And some die cuts. So for instance, in this one of the differences is the Santa is pink. The other one has a Santa just like this, but with a red hat. So a flashcard and a word phrase. And then there's a few die cuts from Pretty Little Studio included. And then gift tags, put I think 4 or 5 in each kit. This is like my favorite tag ever. It's hard to give these things away. I'm not giving them away, but you know what I mean. Not having my own personal collection. So all the pink kits have a pink bingo card and a pink label, green library card, and every pink kit has this particular playing card in it. I love this image. This is one of my all-time favorite card images, and these make great tuck spots or decorations on your page, however you want to use them. And then just like the other kit, this is exactly the same. You have a tally card and an offering envelope and a unique vintage Christmas card. Yeah, this one was unsigned. And a song sheet. And the vintage journaling pieces are the same in both the pink way and the red and green books. It's just the guest check is pink in the pink kit. And there's a set of numbers also for the pink colorway journals, and this one came from a different scrapbook paper. I believe this was an October afternoon paper that I fortunately had 5 sheets of, so I was able to cut them apart, and you have a set of 1 through 25 numbers in this kit also. And I don't know if I showed, yes, a bingo card and a set of flashcards is also in the pink colorway kit. And then there's this little die cut snowflake, and I included that in the pink kits and not in the red and green kits because there's something in the images that come in the red and green kits that I wasn't able to do in the pink kit, so that sort of takes place of that. And then these are the images that will come in your pink kit. So lots of sweet images in this one. Lots of angels. I think they kind of lend themselves well to the vibe in this kit. And again, they're all different sizes. Sizes, shapes. Some of them are tall, which make great bands on your page, or pockets. They also make great pockets. This is one that you could crease the edge here and make this be a flip open door. I'm going to put one of these in the red and green kits too. I love this image, this postcard image. So I'm going to put one in the red and green kits also. And then I included these 3 that were in the red and green kit, even though they have a lot of the more saturated red and green colors. I love these so much. And there are red and green colors in the pink books as well. You know, there's a variety. And I wanted to make sure both kits had that. And as I'm looking through this, I just realized one of the images I have not put in here yet is the candles. I have one more image of a candle, and it's like actually a little candle display, and it's tall, and you can use it to make a pocket, and it makes a really beautiful pocket. I used it in my journal last year. So yeah, there may be some extra things that you don't see in this video that I'm going to pop into the kits. Again, I will have 10 of these journals in my Etsy shop today at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. My Etsy shop is Kittywitty Papercraft, and I will put the link in the description box below. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And thank you so much for watching. Happy holidays.